Right now, I'm taking lunch. I'm at work right now. Taking lunch, 30-minute break, So, because I'm a CDL driver, it's required by law to take 30-minute lunch. So, yeah, guys, life is good. Life is perfect. Life without problems, we wouldn't call that life. You know? We have to know that when we get problems, when we get, things in our lives, it's because we can handle it. We can go through our life, with the obstacles that we bring, the obstacles that we have, right? It's usually because we can handle it. We can take care of it. And that will make us better. If we stop, let's say if we stop, like, hey, we don't want no problem, then we will stop our process. And I think every day is a new beginning. Every day is a new day and a new life, Um, I know that the more I get close to a destiny, it just it's type of life, That's our life. That's life. That's life, And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been through fire, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot more when, you know, when you keep making the same mistake. I understand that's already a headache. It's got to be some type of change. So, my life in the city, my life in this town has changed me, has making me a grown. He has grew. I grew mature. I'm more mature now. I understand that, when to waste money, when to spend money, when to know, use money wisely, Also, like the problems that I had in the past were like more about um, just getting in trouble with the law. I got in trouble with the law a lot, And the more I got in trouble, the more I understood, you know what? I gotta leave the law because we cannot leave. We cannot win. The government is too strong, So we just have to obey the laws, right? We have to stay in the position of you know what? I gotta obey the speed limit, obey what their signs saying, obey the police, and say hi. Oh, hey, hi, Nikolai. How you guys doing? I'm taking my lunch break and I'm just speaking my mind, my brand Eternalhigh, and I'm just here today, So what I'm saying is that you have to respect certain areas of your life. So unless you want to be in getting in trouble all the time, and getting in trouble all the time is not healthy. Like being at court, paying debts, paying all these things, when you can use the money for your business, for your family, And I understand nobody's perfect, but we have to. I went through that process of DUIs, getting arrested, getting in trouble, and I said to myself, you know what? I just gotta keep it cool. I gotta keep it cool. I cannot win against the government. The government's too strong to go after, to fight. It's like when you go to court, it says the state versus you. Imagine the state versus you. Let's say you were in California, Texas, Florida, whatever state it is. It says Florida against your name. Imagine that. How powerful is the state against you? So I was like, I'm gonna think about that. And then just time consuming, man. It's just time consuming. Lawyers, but people will learn through mistakes. I learned through mistakes. I don't learn like somebody, I just learned through mistakes. Now I'm getting older. Now I see other people making a mistake, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. So I try to stay, away from that. You know what? Like now I don't run after that. Now I'm just chilling. And now it's better to go through that process or that route and the earlier than later, because later it's gonna be you're gonna have a more hard time. So I'm in my 30s, so I'd rather just go right now, just jump in that process or jump in that on that environment. You know what I mean? You just gotta jump, bro, because if you cannot jump, like if you don't jump and trying to change your ways, your behavior, then it's gonna be really hard later in life. My 20s were like wild, bro. Yeah, my 20s were wild, bro. I used to live my 20s wild, bro. I was a wild dude, man. I was just wild, bro. Like getting into fights, bar fights, like it's all those things that sometimes you go through, So I had to go through those painful situations. And some people at their 20s, maybe they have a mentor. If you have a mentor at your 20s right now, let's say you're 20 years old and you have a mentor, somebody's teaching you how to make money, how to make a business growing, or you already may have a business at 20. Hey, God bless you, brother. God bless you, sister, because at 20s, it's hard to be mature. I was like, when I was 18, I already had a son. Like, when I was 17, my girl got pregnant, and then I just thought that having a lot of girls and going out and plus my 21st birthday, I was already out, and I wasn't paying attention about my families and business and all that. But time goes fast. Time goes really fast. That I'm already 35 years old. I'm 35 years old, and then my 20s just went fast. So when you live your life, a fast life, it's gonna hurt you. And at some point, you don't know when that's coming, but it's gonna hurt you, because now you're gonna look back and be like, man, what I have done. I've been wasting all this time, because time cannot be bought. You cannot buy time. Time is precious. Time is like these precious times. You can get the money back. You can go, but time is the time consuming. So I'm in my 20s. I decide that, yeah, I wish I could buy time too. I wish. Trust me, Nikolai. I wish I can buy time, but it's not a way. Time just. That's why I believe in a higher force, in a high God, because He just give us time, and that time we have to use it wisely, because we have an end, we have a beginning, but we don't know our end. We don't know when is that day coming. So yes, I believe in God, and yes, I'll preach you guys about Jesus, but I also we have to be. In reality, is that the time is there. Like it's there. You can use it. You can go to sleep, or you can just make something out of it. Like right now, I'm on my truck. Right now, I'm parked. Cannot drive because I'm off duty. So I'm parked. I'm on my truck right now. I'm a CDL driver. Thank God that I got my CDL by just sacrifice. So I had to sacrifice some time. But then sometimes when you sacrifice and in the study and all the studies and going through all this class and all what and then it's, if you lose it, that's when it hurts more, because when you sacrifice something, you're gonna take care of it more, especially if you lose it and then you go through that process of losing that and you think about a man like, I'm shoveling, I'm working again, I'm on the ground again, I wish I could be driving. But no, you have to wait a whole year or the process of you. But that process will give you so much maturity. And then when you get your license, then you're going to have to be like, okay, I'm going to take care of this. Now, I'm going to slow down. Now, I'm going to take care of this because this is just paying my bills. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Not everybody, there's a lot of people that like computers. There are people that they're good at machinery, driving, pilots, all those things. That was how that's how your life went. Sometimes you don't blame. Some people are just born in a good family. There's like kids that born in a wealthy family. Their parents are wealthy, they're mentors, but their parents, they had a disciplined life. When I had my kid, I wasn't disciplined. I was wild, dude. Like I said, going back to my 20s, I take my 20s and I just but I use my time I use my time wrongly. It was wrong. But I understand now. I went through that process and I don't want to go through that. And a lot of people, they get their blessings or they get whatever it is that they want to call it, their money, whatever, and then they might go crazy, they might go wild in their 30s and their 40s. Oh, your dad was 18 when you, how old are you right now, Nikolai? Mind me asking. So like now that I'm older, now I understand, okay, you know what, I'm just gotta chill. I already live my wild life. I already partied, I already did my thing, and it was great. It was really great. I mean, I'm not complaining about it, but there's things that, right now, I look back and I said, wow, Nicola, you're 14. Yeah, let me be 14 years old. Take care of your your mind. Take care of your mind. Take care of your body. And like let's eat healthy. Don't go work out. Read. Find a something that you get inspired. Something that you like to do, and then you don't worry about money. That's like one of the main things that I would say. Like something that you spend time and like you don't have to worry about money. You love it. You time goes faster. Yeah. And when you're 14 years old, yes, this is gonna be when I was 14, I was already doing drugs, alcohol. I was already having a girlfriend and having all these things. So my life was kind of fast. Sometimes when you're 14, the best advice for me is if I was 14, I would just study. I would study. I would try to find something that I liked, that I want to have get. You know what? I like to spend 8 hours creating, drawing, creating something that doesn't you getting a master, and making robots. Yeah, see, like you can be the next. If you are mastering, if you learn about robots, and right now your brain absorbs, and you're really intelligent. That's why I said to my son, like, do something that you liked. If you don't like books, if you don't like studying, if you cannot sit down and do homework, or maybe when you get home and you don't open your backpack, you don't do homework, you don't do anything. So school ain't for you, because you don't do school things at home. If you don't do school things at home, then school ain't for you. So don't waste your time if you're not gonna like school. Get something, Find something that you really like. You know, a robot, fine. Okay, then you spend your time making a robot. Don't waste your time of studying something that you're not gonna finish, or maybe it's gonna be useless. A diploma that's gonna be there, but you ain't gonna do in that. You know, find a straight school that can you like something that is straight. But remember, before you ask for like government assistance, make sure you know you're gonna do that for a while. You're gonna stay to that path. Don't ask the government for money, and the government's gonna give you money, and then you ain't gonna do anything about it. Then you're gonna owe the government money. Yeah, it sounds sweet. By that time, oh, I'm expired. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and do trade school. Yes. Ooh, I just signed for $15,000, $20,000 a scholarship. Whoa, yeah, I'm gonna pay the government back. But if you don't know reading at school, if you're not good at school, if you don't like doing homework, you ain't gonna like that either. You're gonna waste your time. You have to like something from the beginning, you know. So, because it sounds sweet, how they express it to you, and then you sign a loan, and then you have to pay them back, and that money is you gotta pay it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to pay it back. So what am I saying? I'm saying that it's better for you to understand what you want to do. Find something before you ask government, before you ask your dad for money or whatever. Apply yourself. Okay, I want to do this, and I want to finish this, and I'm gonna get it done. You know, I like this. You know, I can start this. This is just to start. You know, and then after that, you move to the next. But don't try to do everything at once, because you're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna lose your head. My best advice is stay focused, make sure what you want to do, and remember, when you ask for government assistance or whatever it is, for grant, whatever, I will say this. Make sure you know what you want to do. That's the beginning. I mean, don't ask for money if you ain't gonna do it. It's like this. I'm gonna give you an example. I like to go to the gym every day. You know, I might don't look like I have workout, whatever. You know, I enjoy working out because it's for my health. It's a mentality, right? I don't drink soda often, no, at all. Sometimes at all. The last soda I drank, you know, like it was one, but it was a long time, you know. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I have discipline, you know. I have discipline myself. When I go to sleep, when I wake up. Sometimes this is where I'm having trouble waking up, right? But when I go to sleep early. I don't like to go to sleep over after 10 or 11, you know, the latest. If I'm doing something like I create t-shirts. If I'm creating a t-shirt and I'm working, I stay all night. I don't care, because time goes fast, because I like doing that. You know, I like doing that. I like you guys see my other videos, I'm making t-shirts on my room. I like doing that. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You do something that you like, and you don't have to check the time. You're doing it and you enjoy it. You know, you don't worry about the money. You don't worry about, no, you're just doing it, and then you get better. You know. So like one of my best advice is just stay strong. Then, you know, don't just get a go and be like, man, you know, I want to be a welder. Oh, you know what? I want to be a teacher. Yeah, but are you really going to do it? Are you really going to do that? Or you just because you've seen everybody else or everybody's trending, you know? It's just reality, you know? I'm being honest, you know? I don't know too much about business and all that. I like to listen to people that knows about it. Yes. In my point of my life, I'm gonna have about business. Yes. So right now, I have this. I can tell you this. God is good. God will bless you. And God will help you. But you have to stay consistent. Perseverance. See? So now that's good, you know. Your dad. So my dad is a welder, and my brother follow his footsteps. See? So now you have a mentor. You have a good mentor, your dad. You know, you have somebody to look up to, and that's perfect. Your dad can help you and tell you, look, son, I got you. I got this. But if you really inspired by something greater, and you feel like that's your calling, that's the way you know, he's going to help the world, you're going to help society to do that, you know, go ahead and do it. Do the robotic, making robots, you know. It's not a bad thing to do that. What is is what is a bad thing is that when you don't do, you don't take action, and you're just wasting your time, you know. Everything's going to come to place, whatever it is you call it, you know. There's other people that they might don't they're going to have a hard life because they don't have a mentor. Maybe they grew up like that, or maybe God is making them go through that route. Like me, I went through that route. I went through the dirt road for a minute, for a whole like 10 years. You know, even I went to prison. Now going to prison, that made me understood. Okay, you know what? I gotta be better. I gotta be a better person, because you don't want to be locked up. You know, think about it. When you're angry, or maybe when you hang out with the wrong crowd, those crowds will make you do things that you don't want to do. You know, and you think, oh, it's cool because they do it. And I'm saying illegal stuff, right? Any illegal stuff that is against the law, trust me, it's not good. So what I'm saying is, when you hang out with the wrong crowd, it will take you out of your purpose, out of your life, you know. If God allows you to go to prison for some reason, like he didn't allow me. I was just disobedient, and I got in trouble, and I went to prison. But let's say, I don't know, something happened. Hey, you take that and whatever. But I wish you don't go to prison. You know, that's the worst place to be. You know, that's the worst place to be. And I think one of the worst places, the hospital, right? They ain't in bed doing nothing. God forbids that. Or even the worst thing is already, you know, under 6 feet. That's worse, even worse. So it all depends, you know. You just gotta be aware who you hang out with. Be aware who's helping you, who's not helping you. And I'm not saying that you're better than nobody. This is not about, no. What I'm saying is that you gotta be aware what is gonna be in 10 years if you're still hanging out with this crowd. What's gonna hang out with? If you hang out with this crowd, what's gonna be? All right, guys, my break is over. CD break's over. See you guys later.